how can you process all the races? Africans, the blacks, the Chinese, the Asians, the Japanese, etc. Why do we look so different, and how did those races, ethnicities occur? The Bible does not say how the Noah looks like, right? But even if he was black or he was Asian, there's no way out of his disciples, out of his 3 sons and their wives, came ethnicities.
Why not?
How? How come from me come a black person or an Asian guy or a Samoan, Indian?
Well, first and foremost, I think that Noah was from the country of Chad at the moment, until proven otherwise. I'm under the impression that Noah and the flood really occurred in North Africa. So I have no problem with Noah being black. To me, it's almost, at that point, it's racist for me to say otherwise. Okay. And I have no problem with Noah's Ark landing in North Africa at a mountain called Imikusi, which ironically, and I'm pretty sure your viewers will appreciate this little tidbit here, Imikusi happens to be the tallest mountain in North Africa. I think it's roughly 11,000 feet high. And Apollonius of Rhodes discusses the Tritonus River in his Trials of the Argonauts. Okay, in his book, The Argonauts, and he talks about the Tritonus lake. And ironically, when you look at maps of what could be the Triton Lake and how it's tied to what Apollonius of Rhodes discussed in roughly 230 BC as the Library of Alexandria's keeper, head librarian, he mentions that it looks like the Tritonus River traveled just past Imikusi and was connected with what we now know as the modern day Blue and White Nile. Why bring any of this into consideration? Mm-hmm. I'm under the impression right now, and I'll drop this here on your podcast, that at the moment I think that that Noah's Ark was in Imikusi and not in northern Turkey and Mount Ararat. If that's where I'm at right now, and once again I can be proven otherwise, I love new information. I think that it was very likely that Noah was black and that his whole family could have been any other color. We don't know what the DNA makeup did during that time, and we also don't know what DNA does over several generations, right? We don't know if it breaks down or if there's a way in which introducing new structural references to it will alter outward appearance. We don't know. I mean, going back to the hybrids, I'm not saying that different colors, different hybrids. Please make sure you understand I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is it's certainly possible for DNA made in the image of God to be any color possible, because I think God absolutely loves every color. Correct. I think it's right. And that's been a massive issue with the Western culture and Western church, is to castigate people that are different colors that look different to somehow be less than. That's crap. Okay. And fully racist. I think God absolutely loves each and every one of us in perfection. I think heaven looks a lot like Dog Beach. For those of you who've never been, Dog Beach is amazing because every single color dog is there, every size dog is there, and they're all having the time of their lives. Right?
Because of the poop on the beach.
No. It's because they're having the time of their lives. I think it's awesome, right? And to me, like, I get a giant smile on my face when I see this, because I think that's what heaven is like. It's every size, shape, color, right? But to that, we're not sure. And just because Scripture is silent about this doesn't mean that it's not possible. I don't know. I can get potentially every race was involved in Noah's family.
The sons' wives could be other races. But if 3 sons, they should have been either black or Asians or white, Caucasians, etc.
That you know of. Like, we're assuming that how it works now is how it worked then. Mm-hmm. And we know, like, let's be realistic here. We're having a conversation where prior to the flood, people
lived 600 years.
Well, and we have. I'm saying here that Saturn, operating as Shemyaza, is poisoning the DNA pool of all humans outside of Noah's family, trying to destroy what will be the Messiah's line. He's also introducing his own hybrid offspring. Okay, Cain. Through Cain's line. And I'm also saying like that animals are poisoned. Like, there's a lot that's happening prior to Noah. So just because I don't understand what Noah could have been a part of doesn't mean that every color could have been potentially on the ark. We don't know. I mean, this is going to get you deplatformed. We have Operation Paperclip. We have 10 known Nazi scientists that create what is essentially the backbone of NASA. And we're fools if we don't discuss that. What I think they're trying to do is they're trying to communicate to the prison in Saturn. I think when you read Book of Enoch, it talks about him being in a hexagonal prison. And you can look at the top of Saturn, it's a hexagon. So it's very important that even if you think you're hybrid, God the Father loves you and sees you in perfection.
Do you think there are people that are thinking that they're hybrids?
I know there are.
And they know that?
Yes. I think that many children are satanically and ritually abused, and as a result, they've attempted to make them hybrids, yes. I can't believe I'm telling you this. They will have children, and they will put them back in the womb, and they will have them born several times to disrupt the soul of the child to not understand what's happening to them. I don't think that they're the only human beings on Earth. I think they were created very specifically and chosen very specifically. They're going to willfully choose to want to be non-human anymore. I think they're going to introduce probably the gray aliens, to the world. You've said it, not me. I've said enough controversial things.
Don't have this video, please. You too.
Okay.
Please continue.
Okay. The 6 of them, in its secret, go to Jekyll Island and form the beginnings of the Federal Reserve. We're out there. I'm really sorry, Apollo. But the Statue of Liberty represents the Whore of Babylon. Americans would associate liberty with actually bowing down to
A whore
of Babylon. I don't know if this is going to get you deplatformed if we talk about some of this stuff.
Do it.